Hi everyone, welcome to the channel Indian Cricket. Day 3 of Border Gavaskar Trophy, an exciting day and what a day for the Indian cricket fans. After a long time, the Indian top order has fired. It's been many years, it's been 2 3 or maybe 3 to 4 years when we've seen the top order, top 2 3 batsmen contributing. In one of my earlier videos on the Border Gavaskar Trophy, I pretty clearly said it was going to be instrumental if you have the top 2 or 3 batsmen firing out of the 4 batsmen in the top order. And that is exactly what happened. You had Yashasvi Jaiswal, you had Virat Kohli, all firing top guns today. Yashasvi Jaiswal, has India unlocked a new superstar? Is he the next king or is he the next heir to the throne of Virat Kohli? I mean, these are answers we would get over the due course of time. I have time and again said he is the future of the Indian cricket. I mean, he did not waste his form today. After scoring 100, he ensured that it would be a good big score. I mean, it is easy to do the same at this age. You get overawed by the situation. You score 100 in Australia against Australia is a big occasion. But then ensured he would convert that into a big score. And that is how, he went on to score 100 in bulging up the Indian total today. The next superstar is Jasprit Bumrah. Right, it is not easy to overshadow bowlers in Australia like Mitchell Stark. You got Pat Cummins over there, Josh Hazelwood, but he's one of those best bowlers of the world who has overshadowed all these 3 bowlers in the Australian conditions in Australia. Again, a top lineup like Australia, and that is where you see Jasprit Bumrah is one of the best bowlers in the world, and that is where he has overshadowed them in Australia. The other batsman we were all looking forward to was the king himself, that was Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli has done awesome in the past few years in Australia. That is something we spoke about his stats in the last couple of episodes. And there was no better day, as we said, there was no better occasion or a better place where he could regain back his form. And no better day today than to get back his form because by the time he came into bat, it was a situation where the Indian total was really good. You had somewhere approximately 250, 270 odd runs with the loss of 1 wicket. So that was precisely the situation tailor made for a person like Virat Kohli to come and play and not be under pressure, and that too in his own tent, which is Australia, right? So at the end of the day, India in a comfortable position with the score. When he came in to bat Virat Kohli, the foundation was all laid for him to get to that century, and that is for precisely what he's done. He scored, I guess, if we talk about, the highest run scorers or the highest centurions against Australia, I guess Virat Kohli has scored 10 centuries against Australia, right? And that is what champions are made of. When the chips are down, you give your best, you be focused, and then ensure that the scores do rest of the talking. So 534 is what India ended at the score, and this is what Australia had to get with 30 minutes to bat. It would not have been easy for Australia, given the conditions, given that there were cracks which were coming out, and the third towards the end of the third day. At the same time, when you're entirely on the field for the entire day, it becomes more so difficult. And what a start to India. And that again, the start was given by none other than Jasprit Bumrah when Aussie were 1 down without a score on the board. So that speaks of the potential of the superstar Jasprit Bumrah. What a decision for him to ensure that that 30 minutes of play should be there today, and that is where he instantly declared when Virat Kohli gave out his century, right? So being 1 down, you had a situation where Pat Cummins, came out as a night watchman, and given the situation, he would have been one of the most tiring person in the entire Australian team, both from a physical as well as a mental point of view. And it was a brave decision for a captain to come down 1 down, be a night watchman, and ensure that the wickets are there for tomorrow or day after tomorrow, which is day 4 and day 5. But it had something else to do, and that is where Pat Cummins got out very early, and then you had Manas Labuschagne, which came in to bat. So, given the current situation where Australia are 12 for 3 currently, so you had a couple of wickets by Jasprit Bumrah. I guess if you're not wrong, he's taken 5 plus 2, 7 wickets in both the innings now. and you still have seven batsmen left from Australia, right? So given the situation, I'm not sure that how difficult it would be now for Australia to get into that target when they're at 12 for 3 and staring down the barrel. Day 4, day 5 is going to be exciting. It is difficult to predict that would there be a day 5 when you have seven batsmen uh, left in the Australian team, right? So I'm pretty confident that day 4 might be the last day of this Perth test, the way it is turning out currently, right? So we would have to watch how does Australia tomorrow come back and then push themselves forward to the target of 534, which India has set for them. So we are in for an exciting day tomorrow, which is day 4 of the first test of Border Gavaskar Trophy, and it seems that the cracks would widen up tomorrow. There would be variable bounce that will make the life for Australians very difficult. So we would have to see how do the Australians play this out. Though it seems difficult at this point of time, how would they chase this total? And this would be the highest total which would ever be chased on the Perth ground, right? So, having said this, let's wait for tomorrow and look at the exciting day which is forward for the Indian cricket fans, which is day 4 of the first Test match. Hopefully, India should ensure that the victory is there tomorrow, until unless there's not a very hard fight which the Australians give, the last seven batsmen over there. And we wish the Indian team all the best. With this, please subscribe, like, and press the bell icon for future updates. Thank you very much for watching the channel Indian Cricket. Have a nice day.